We'll see.
Everything is lit up. I guess that means we should go. All right. Let me get started with my stuff here. And we're off to the races. Welcome to Academic Challenge. My name is Jim Gifford, your host and moderator, and today we are featuring teams from Bridgman and New Buffalo. WSUM's Academic Challenge features scholastic competition involving high schools from Berrien and Van Buren counties and is sponsored by Waterville Public Schools, Lake Michigan College, Lakeshore Public Schools, and by Chemical Bank. So first and foremost, let's meet the teams. We'll get each of the players and where you stand in school. Freshmen, so on and so forth, captains and coaches. Let's start with Bridgman, and we'll start up front here. Step up to the mic and let us know who you are.
I'm Matt Montgomery, and I am a junior.
All right.
Cal Engation, I'm also a junior.
Alex Anson, senior.
And
Elliot Hankey, junior.
welcome one and all. And Matt, you are the captain, and who is your coach?
My coach is Miss Veldman over there, and Mr. Nicka, who is not in our presence today.
All right, then. Well, we'll do him proud even though he's not here. And from New Buffalo.
I'm Lily Arp, and I'm a junior.
I'm Tori McHugh, and I'm a junior.
I'm William Geisler, I'm a junior.
Isaiah Ripley, junior.
And Lily is the captain, and your coach or coaches?
Our coaches are Mrs. Ripley and Mrs. Keller.
That's a beautiful thing. Now we know who's here. Here are the basic rules. During the first and second halves, we will announce the value of each question before it's asked. When you press your button, please wait to be recognized. So if you push in, if you press in, and you're the one that gets in first, well, let me announce who you are and from what school before you give the answer. There's no consultation allowed in the first or second half. There will be in the 60-second round, and I'll explain more of that in just a little bit. I'll be your scorekeeper and co-judge today, Alec Heiler, asking the questions. He's also a judge. And is everybody ready? Let's get after it. Alec, let's begin with your first question.
And how many questions you got for me today? Is it 50?
I don't know how many we're doing, but the first half will be about 10 minutes long.
All right, we'll do. All right. First question for 5 points. At one time, this man was a reporter for the Virginia City, Nevada newspaper. In 1866, he was a roving correspondent in the Sandwich Islands. He was born in Florida, Missouri, and raised in Hannibal, Missouri. Do these clues tell you about the identity of this author?
Matt from Bridgman.
Mark Twain.
That is correct for 5 points.
Thank you.
For 10 points, if March winds bring April showers and April showers bring Mayflowers, what do Mayflowers bring?
That is time.
And that is pilgrims.
I thought it sounded like I'm waiting for a punchline in a joke.
I tried not to read it like that, but it was.
All right, then.
That's funny.
Let's get back to being serious.
For 15 points. In terms of the moon's path around the Earth during a month, which two phases illustrate syzygy?
William, New Buffalo.
Waxing and waning.
That is incorrect.
Bridgman, chance to steal, 5 seconds. Matt, Bridgman.
A full moon and no moon.
I'll take that, yeah. Full moon and new moon.
That'll work.
Is it new moon? Yeah, one.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many points?
That is for 15 points. All right. For 20 points. What is the length of each side of a rhombus with diagonals measuring 20 meters each?
And that is time.
And that is 10 times the square root of 2 meters. All right, for 10 points. Let's get into high finance. If you start with 1 cent and double your money every day for 30 days, on which day will you have accumulated exactly half of the total amount?
Matt, Bridgman.
The 15th day.
That is incorrect.
Tori, you buzzed in. Did you have one? Or
I was going to say the 15th day.
well, that would have been wrong again.
Yeah.
Answer?
Correct answer is
The 29th day.
Oh, yeah.
Another kind of tricky question. All right, for 20 points. Humphrey Bogart, Jimmy Stewart, and Henry Fonda all won Oscars when starring with which actress?
time.
That is Katharine Hepburn. For 20 points. An actual event of scandalous sea tragedy in 1816 provided the basis for his most famous work. It is entitled The Raft of the Medusa. Can you identify the French romanticist who painted it?
William, New Buffalo.
Montesquieu.
That is incorrect.
Bridgman, 5 seconds. And that's time.
That is Theodore Géricault. I believe is how you pronounce that.
Sure it is.
For hopefully there's no French art teachers listening who are upset with me. For 5 points, what is the chess move called in which the rook jumps over the king?
William, New Buffalo.
Castling.
That is correct. For 5 points. For 10 points, the Bob Hope Desert Classic is the annual golf tournament played at 4 different golf courses in the vicinity of what city?
Matt, Bridgman.
Phoenix, Arizona.
That is incorrect.
New Buffalo, 5 seconds.
Las Vegas.
Isaiah.
Las Vegas.
It is Palm Springs. For 10 points, give the tense and voice of the verb in this sentence. You were seen with that woman again.
And that's William from New Buffalo.
Pass. Second.
That is incorrect.
Bridgman, 5 seconds. Matt.
Past first.
That is incorrect. It's past and passive. For 15 points, a 75 watt light bulb is connected to a 120 volt power line. What is the resistance of the bulb?
Colin, Bridgman.
Is it 50 watts?
That is incorrect.
New Buffalo, 5 seconds. Tori.
Is it 45?
That is incorrect. It is 192 ohms. All right. For 5 points, 2 trains running on the same track travel at the rates of 25 and 30 miles per hour. If the first train starts out an hour earlier, how long will it take the second train to catch up with it?
That's time.
That is 5 hours. For 20 points, evaluate the definite integral from x equals 0 to x equals 6 of x squared d of x.
I want to repeat.
Yeah,
that.
I'm going to repeat that. Evaluate the definite integral from x equals 0 to x equals 6 of x squared d of x.
That's time.
And that's 72. It's a pretty tough question set so far. For 10 points, match these late 19th century immigrants to America with the industry they tended to work in. The industries are retail and clothing manufacturing, railroad construction, steel mills and mines. Nationality are Chinese, Slavic, and Jewish.
That is time.
All right. And the trade in clothing were usually done by the Jewish. A railroad was Chinese, and steel is Slavic.
I had that. I just forgot the Slavs.
All right. For 5 points,
I'm
to
sorry.
show your acumen, define and spell acumen.
It's time.
It means keenness of perception or discernment.
Spell it.
Oh, ACUMEN.
This next question will be the final question of the first half.
For 20 points, why is the Battle of Tours in the year 732 of great significance in church history?
Matt from Bridgman.
Wasn't it because of Joan of Arc? And it basically fought back the Islamics from Europe?
No, that is. What did you say? Brought back
They fought back the Islamic.
They fought back
back-
Muslims from entering Europe.
Yeah, I think you can give them that.
All right.
Yeah. It says here preserved Northern Europe for Christianity against the Muslims. So, how many points was that?
That was 20 points. Yes, that's 20 points.
All right then. That then will bring us to the close of the first half of today's academic challenge. We'll be back with the score and the 62nd round after this on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest. No.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I played checkers. I remember it, but I don't remember any of the moves. I remember
Those
what
math ones are so hard to read.
could do.
Can we some
There's no
limits,
commas
guys.
or anything, so it's like, I'm not doing it now. Oh, like even, okay. Well, I mean, like, it's hard to read, like.
Figure it out. The microphone's sitting over here.
Okay.
We evaluate some limits. Oh, fantastic. Oh, fantastic.
Come on.
And do pass if we don't know it. Don't spend too much time.
Don't say anything. And then Matt's the only one who's new too.
Yeah, so you write down when they're like, the things, write down the answers.
Folks, don't forget that after when we begin the second half, each team will have a chance to tell us a little bit about what's going on at their schools. So designate somebody to give that little bit of a report.
Put on answers.
They're good?
And send them to me.
All right.
Can we hit the button or only he can?
Because each
Okay,
team
we
has
are ready to
six.
come back. So let's do that then.
So he says he.
At the end of the first half, the score is Bridgman 40, New Buffalo 5, and we move on to the 62nd round. Teams, you'll have 3 categories to choose from. We'll give you 60 seconds to answer as many of the 10 questions as you can. Each one is worth 10 points. There will be a 20-point bonus if you answer all 10 within the time limit. You are encouraged to consult with each other, but the answers have to come from the team captain. You can pass on a question if you don't want to eat up all your time. After the minute is up, the opposing team will have the chance to answer any questions the first team either missed or could not answer. New Buffalo, you are trailing at the moment. You have the first choice of these categories, and they are presidents, rock and roll, and foreign words. Discuss amongst yourselves and tell me which one you want.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Yeah, I mean a little bit.
And your choice is presidents, rock and roll, foreign words.
What do you want, Tori?
You're the captain.
Pick, foreign words.
Foreign words
I know that's what you want.
for New Buffalo. Let's set the timers and get after it. Are you ready, Alec?
Yes, and this is probably the hardest one for me to do because it's foreign words.
Oh.
So
I'm playing the whole time.
It's all right.
On Mike, and here we go. Whenever you are ready.
Give the name of these animals. I will give you the animal's name in 4 languages, including German, Spanish, and French. In Italian, it's pecora, also Schaf, Oveja, and Muten.
Pass.
In Portuguese, it's frango, also Hune, pollo, and poulet.
Chicken.
That is correct. In Esperanto, it's bovino, also cu, vaca, and vache.
Cow.
That is correct. In Italian, it's cavallo, also ferd, caballo, and cheval.
Horse.
In Swedish, it's bjorn, also bar, oso, and urs.
Sheep.
That is incorrect. In Italian, it's volpe, also fuchs, zora, and renard.
Pass.
In Italian, it's uccello, also vogel, ave, and oiso.
Go ahead and answer if you got one. Take a guess, or
Pass.
got nothing? Okay. I've got 3 correct for New Buffalo there for a total of 30 points. And that will give then Bridgman a chance to answer those that were missed or those that were not answered. And they will have 60 seconds to accomplish that as soon as Alec is ready.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, then.
In Italian, it's pecora, also Schaf, Oveja, and Mutan.
Is it a pig?
That is incorrect. In Swedish, it's Bjorn, also Bar, Oso, and Ors.
Is that a river?
In Italian, it's Volpe, also Fuchs, Zora, and Renard.
I'm just gonna go with river again.
It's animals, remember.
Oh.
That's why I laughed. In Italian, it's Uccello, also Vogel, Ave, and Oiso.
An oyster?
No. In Italian, it's Farfalla, also Schmetterling, Mariposa, and Papillon.
That's a butterfly.
That's correct. In Esperanto, it's Formico, also Amese, Horomega, and Formi.
I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say it's a fish.
No. In Greek, it's Melissa, also Biene, Abeja, and Abele.
Take a guess.
Goat.
That was.
No.
You want me to read them now?
Actually, the answer to that one is river. I'm kidding.
What do you say? I almost lost it. So.
Now go ahead, give them the answers. You got 1 correct there, Bridgman, for 10 more points.
In Italian, the one that's pecora, Schaf, Oveja, and Muten is sheep. In Swedish, Bjorn, Bar, also, and ours is bear. Volpe, Fuchs is fox. Uccello, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Vogel, Ave, and Oiso is bird. You got butterfly. In Esperanto, it's Formico, also Amese, Hormega, and Formi, that's ant. And then in Greek, it's Melissa, also Biene, Abeja, and Abel, it's bee. Abie.
That's depressing that we didn't get that one.
All right, well, the fun's not over yet because now, Bridgman, you have to choose from the 2 other categories, presidents or rock and roll. What's it going to be?
It's gonna be presidents.
It's going to be presidents for Bridgman. And New Buffalo, pay attention. You will have a chance to pick up whatever they don't get or whatever they might miss. So, for 60 more seconds, Bridgman, you're on the clock whenever Alex starts.
He enlisted in the Black Hawk War, was a postmaster for New Salem, Illinois, and served in the House.
John Tyler?
That is incorrect. He was Assistant Secretary of the Navy under William McKinley, Governor of New York, Vice President.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
That is incorrect. He was Assistant Secretary of the Navy under Wilson and Governor of New York.
That was Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
That is correct. He was judge in the Jackson County, Missouri Court, Senator, and Vice President.
Andrew Jackson?
That is incorrect. He was chairman of the Constitutional Convention of 1787.
George Washington?
That is correct. He helped draft the Tennessee Constitution and served the state in both the Senate and the House.
Andrew Jackson.
That is correct. He was sheriff and mayor of Buffalo and governor of New York.
Is that William McKinley?
That is incorrect. He was a congressman, Senate Majority Leader, and Vice President.
Gerald R. Ford.
He was congressman and senator from California and vice president.
Ronald Reagan.
That is incorrect.
3 correct
that was
answers
Mr.
for
Nixon.
Bridgman for a total of 30 more points.
No, I was.
And New Buffalo, you will now have 60 seconds to give it a shot here with the ones that were either missed or we got through all of them, didn't we?
We had one left.
Okay,
There's a
so the
second
one-
page
okay.
that has one.
Whenever you're ready, New Buffalo, you'll be on the clock.
He enlisted in the Black Hawk War, was a postmaster for New Salem, Illinois, and served in the House.
Pass.
He was Assistant Secretary of the Navy under McKinley, Governor of New York, Vice President.
Franklin.
He was he was judge in the Jackson County, Missouri court, senator, and vice president.
Just pass.
Pass.
He was sheriff and mayor of Buffalo and governor of New York.
Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt.
That is incorrect. He was a congressman, Senate Majority Leader, and vice president.
Teddy Roosevelt.
That is incorrect. He was congressman and senator from California and vice president.
Teddy Roosevelt.
He was congressman from Michigan, also House Minority Leader, and vice president.
Ford.
That is correct for 5 points.
Ta-da! New Buffalo, you got 1 for 10 more points.
Don't know any president.
All right.
And we'll go through the answers just to annoy you.
I believe the only answer you did not guess Teddy Roosevelt for was the answer. He enlisted. The Black Hawk War was Abraham Lincoln, New Salem, Illinois, and served in the House. The second one, he was Assistant Secretary of the Navy under McKinley, Governor of New York, and Vice President. That was Theodore Roosevelt. He was judge in the Jackson County, Missouri, court, senator, and vice president. That's Harry Truman. He was sheriff and mayor of Buffalo and governor of New York. That's Cleveland. He was a congressman, Senate Majority Leader, and vice president. That was Lyndon B. Johnson. He was congressman and senator from California and vice president. That was Nixon.
And that wraps up our 60-second round. We'll check the scores and conclude the game next here on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest. All right, we're going to take just a couple of seconds here to do some audio maintenance, and then we'll come back with the final half.
That president. Look at this
Definitely
question.
don't know any
He was judge in the Jackson County, Missouri court, senator, and vice president. What? There's so many commas there.
Holy moly.
So I was guessing Jackson County, Missouri court, Senate, and vice president. That's how I read it.
Well, that's right.
Andrew, you can go in for
Just got extra commas in there.
That's what happens with those math questions. They put the commas in really weird spots.
You be captain. You be captain.
Yeah, you guys should get your.
Oh, I gotta talk about Buffalo?
Yeah.
I wanna talk about Buffalo.
Mason, just tell them how bad our football team is.
Okay.
See what I did there?
Oh. Thank you.
Who have we got here?
You guys will get a new name tag.
Andrew and Mason.
Right at the back.
And we got somebody else down there, too.
She's coming around.
Here.
Time to go.
Yeah, I know. What's your name?
We should have picked rock and roll.
Israel?
Yeah, I know.
As it sounds?
Yes.
I've never been captain before.
I know.
We should have. Yeah, we got
And
promoted.
they're like,
It is. That's how you spell it. Is that how you spell Israel?
yeah.
I wanna be captain.
That's a word I don't really spell that often, but I thought that's how you spell it.
We should have picked rock and roll.
I know. I was wanting that. Oh, that was so bad.
never written about you or the country.
Yeah, we should have picked rock and roll, guys.
You guys would like the rock and roll was a lot more doable than those ones.
Oh,
I want to know the questions. I'm not gonna give the questions because I think we might use those later.
You guys should have done rock and roll. What are you guys thinking?
That's what I
Just
said.
like rock and roll.
4 and 1. It's like, yeah, that's what I said. 4 and 1.
When she said foreign words, I was like, what?
I'm used to being fine but there was really generic descriptions for the presidents.
you got 30%. 30% of those.
All right, we good?
We're just hoping that Bobby understands.
Everything went back there, all right?
Vivo.
Thank you. All right, then.
Vivo.
I don't speak.
Okay.
Speaking of languages.
So we'll come back. We'll find out what's happening at each school. We'll introduce the subs, and we'll move into the final round. All right? And here we go.
Remember what happens?
The score at the end of the 62nd round, Bridgman 80, New Buffalo 45. And it's time now to find out what's happening at each of our participating schools. And Bridgman, Matt, what have you got going at Bridgman High?
All right, so cross country won regionals and is off the state. And congrats to the two guys on the Quiz Bowl team who are on the cross country team, including me. Red Ribbon Week is going on. The National Honor Society is doing its Stuff a Truck food drive for needy families in Berrien County. The Fall Arts Fest happened last night with the choir and the band. The band has been doing really good this year, so congrats to them. Volleyball finished up their season today, and football made it to playoffs for the third year in a row, and congratulations to them.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Who speaks for New Buffalo today?
You're speaking.
Andrew draws the short straw.
Apparently.
Andrew, what do you got going?
And in Buffalo, we have many events going on. Fall sports are coming to a close, and 3 of our cross-country runners are going to state for the boys' team, that is. And I think we have 1 girl that's going to state, so congrats to them. The New Buffalo also has a terrific season. Oh, the New Buffalo band had a terrific season, getting a 1 at MSBOA Festival and winning the Lake Shore Invitational. There's basketball that's starting up this week and next week, and there are 2 plays that are currently being worked on in the drama department.
All right, very nice. Thank you, Andrew. Let's find out who our subs are. Andrew's one of them. We'll get to him in a moment. But from Bridgman, down at the far end, our newest contestant is?
Israel.
And you are in what grade?
Junior.
Junior. And over here on New Buffalo, our new participants are?
Mason McGrean, and I'm a junior.
Okay, and?
Andrew, and I'm a sophomore.
All right. Gentlemen, ladies, thank you all. Let's get going here then and begin the second half of today's academic challenge between New Buffalo and Bridgman. For those of you who are just joining us, don't forget now, when you buzz in, wait for me to announce your name and your school before you give your answer. Buzzers at the ready, and we are ready for the second half. Alec?
For 20 points, among the most characteristically national of American painters, he excelled in color, composition, and fidelity to nature. He painted the Snap the Whip. Identify the artist.
Matt from Bridgman.
Norman Rockwell.
That is incorrect.
New Buffalo, 5 seconds to steal. Isaiah?
Andy Warhol.
That is incorrect. It is Winslow Homer.
Oh.
The infamous Winslow Homer. For 15 points, the U.S. Vice President has only 2 constitutional duties. Name both of these duties.
Matt, Bridgman?
To succeed the president if he dies, and also to be the leader of the House or in the Senate.
That is incorrect.
New Buffalo, 5 seconds. Andrew?
He presides over the Senate, and takes over if the president can't fulfill his duties.
Oh, close, but no cigar.
Presides over the Senate, and he casts the tie-breaking votes if that would ever happen in the Senate. But honestly, he has a third one that would need to take over for the president. For 10 points, from which direction did young Lochinvar come in the poem by Sir Walter Scott? I'll read that again. From which direction did young Lochinvar come in the poem by Sir William Scott?
Matt, Bridgman.
Eastward.
That is incorrect.
The New Buffalo? Mason?
Westward?
That is correct.
How many points?
For 10 points.
Here we go.
For 10 points, what river city is northeast of Wichita and west of St. Louis?
Colin, just in under the wire from Bridgman.
Is it Chicago?
That is incorrect.
New Buffalo, that gives you a shot at it. Any guesses? Apparently not.
And that is Kansas City. For 20 points, name the famous American artist who sculpted Bronco Buster.
Isaiah from New Buffalo.
Andy Warhol. That is incorrect.
Bridgman, any guesses? Time?
That is Frederick Remington. Also, Bronco Buster would be a great band name. Bronco Buster.
Was close. Nice.
For 10 points, how many real solutions exist for the following equation? 6x squared plus 13x minus 28.
Do it again.
How many real solutions exist for the following equation? 6x squared plus 13x minus 28.
Colin Bridgman.
2.
That is correct.
For how many points?
That is 10 points.
10 points. Thank you.
For 20 points, who was the first black woman to sing leading roles at the Metropolitan Opera House?
Time.
That is Marian Anderson. For 5 points, Clemson University researchers conclude that young people who eat what meal regularly have significantly lower blood pressure?
Alex from Bridgman.
Lunch.
That is incorrect.
New Buffalo. Mason.
Breakfast?
Mason is king of the guess. Yes, he got it correct. For that was 5 points. All right. For 10 points, a character from English literature states, women are supposed to be very calm generally, but women feel just as men feel. It is narrow-minded of their more privileged fellow creatures to say that they ought to confine themselves to making pudding and knitting stockings. The author was Charlotte Bronte. Who was the character?
Mason from New Buffalo.
David?
And no cigar on that one.
Yeah, there goes your guessing streak. Bridgman, you got a chance for 5 seconds to steal. Matt?
Paul.
No, it is Jane Eyre.
Close.
For 20 points, it takes a boy 9 seconds to run a distance of 132 feet. What is his speed in miles per hour? It takes a boy 9 seconds to run a distance of 132 feet. What is his speed in miles per hour?
Colin Bridgman.
12 miles per hour.
That is incorrect.
New Buffalo.
14 miles per hour.
It is 10 miles per hour. Worth a shot for both, though. For 5 points, the earliest record of this practice is in an English ballad of the 11th century. During the French and Indian War, governments of the colonies paid as much as £100 for a head of a Native American hair.
Matt from Bridgman.
Scalping.
That is correct. For 5 points. 10 points. Solve this equation. X minus the square root of x equals 90. Solve this equation. X minus the square root of x equals 90.
Colin Bridgman.
10.
That is incorrect.
New Buffalo. 5 seconds. And that's time.
That is 100. For 5 points, Thomas Edison's laboratory was moved in 1929 to Greenfield Village in Dearborn, Michigan. From what city?
Matt Bridgman.
Atlantic City, New Jersey.
That is incorrect.
New Buffalo. Mason.
Philadelphia?
That is incorrect. It's actually Menlo Park, New Jersey. So that's pretty close.
Close.
For 5 points, Spanish explorer Balboa was the first European to do what?
Matt Bridgman.
Go around the Cape of Good Horn, or the Cape of Good Hope.
That is incorrect.
Yep. New Buffalo, 5 seconds. Time.
That is to see the Pacific Ocean. Okay. For 10 points, to arrange information in columns and rows, I've just defined what 8-letter word starting with T.
Time.
And that is tabulate. For 5 points, the National Railroad Passenger Corporation is its full name. How do we know it?
Matt Bridgman.
NTSB.
That is incorrect.
New Buffalo, 5 seconds.
And that is actually better known as Amtrak.
Oh.
For 5 points, either my brother or my sister are going with us. What's wrong with this sentence?
Alex Bridgman.
Either.
What would you say again?
She said either, I believe.
Yeah.
Correct? That is incorrect.
New Buffalo. Andrew.
Either is use singular, so you need is instead of are.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Oh.
That is for 5 points.
All right, thank you.
For 10 points, the number one goal of the astronauts on the Space Shuttle Endeavour in 1995 was to help confirm whether a certain colorless, odorless, inert gas was spread between galaxies by the Big Bang. Name this element.
Mason from New Buffalo.
Oxygen?
That is incorrect.
Bridgman. Matt.
Is it carbon dioxide?
It is helium.
Oh.
And this next question will be the final question of the second half.
For 10 points, Russian children go to school 240 days a year, 8 hours a day. American children go to school 180 days a year, 6 hours per day. How many more hours per year do Russian children attend school? Russian children go to school 240 days a year, 8 hours a day. American children go to school 180 days a year, 6 hours per day. How many more hours per year do Russian children attend school?
And that is time. And the correct answer is...
840. Do not go to Russia if you do not like school.
And that does it. That's the end of today's academic challenge match. We will tabulate the scores and announce the winners after this on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest. If you'll hang on for a couple of seconds, we'll take care of some recording stuff here.
I knew it after you said it.
I'm sorry.
Give the scores and let you be on your way.
And then when you got it wrong, now I know it's the other one.
You can put the I bet we could have Wait, once he said spoon, I was like, he's fine.
I think I'm back for that smell, so.
And it'd be carbon or I wrote it down. I was like, wait, women characters. That's the way a girl. Making science.
A lot of those math ones are kind of just like,
It was
not actually the math, it's just like knowing the basic principles.
More sports questions.
Mason. You were in
X minus square root of
I know.
X.
I feel bad.
I knew like 4, because we always rank it right before the question.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not
And
right
then
in
I
front of
looked
you.
at it.
Okay.
I was like,
All right, folks, we'll come back and wrap it up and let you be on your way. Except for who's staying? Bridgman, you're staying, right? For another match?
Liam?
That's fine.
All right, here we go. Let's wrap this up. We are back on WSJM's Academic Challenge to announce today's winner and to thank our sponsors, and the winners are, by a score of 95 to 65, the team from Bridgman, Michigan. How about a nice hand for the Bridgman Bees? Congratulations. And thank you all for joining us on WSJM's Academic Challenge, brought to you by Lakeshore Public Schools, Lake Michigan College, Waterville Lake Public Schools, and by Chemical Bank. And we hope you join us again next time as Bridgman and Bangor go head-to-head on Academic Challenge. Ta-da! Thank you all.